what all small controls are being used to make the drag and drop process, what we just saw yesterday. Web layout, web page layout. What is web page layout? How to add more and more pages in our website, in our web application project, and designing and running of on web browser. If you have Chrome, how you're gonna run and design your project on Chrome, how to change your browser. If you have multiple browser, how do you check multiple browser, your application in multiple browser. Tags in details, we are going to learn a few tags. I will be introducing you to very important tags, which is table tags, TR and TD, by which we can design the entire application. And we are going to learn few controls, but before knowing about few the controls, we are going to see where these control is being used. As an example, I will be showing you a few websites where different kinds of control are being used, why they are being used, how they can be used, and what are the purpose of these controls to be used. I will be discussing all these topics, all these 5 topics in this session. So I would like anybody has any question or query regarding the yesterday session or the session day before, or anybody has not understood any topic or term. Because why I am asking is that if you haven't if any part of the yesterday or today's yesterday or day before yesterday session has not been clear in your mind, I doubt that you might face some understanding problem in future also. So that's why I'm asking the yesterday session and day before yesterday session, any guys have any problem understanding or any query? Does anybody has? If no, just let me know and I will proceed further. Well, I believe you all can hear my voice. Proceed further. Okay, Anurag, I will be proceeding further. Thank you, Ankit. So, first of all, to let you know, I will be opening Visual Studio 2012. And we will be using small, yes?
Sir, I have downloaded Visual Studio 2019, but in the toolbox there is not.
Okay, you are not able to set the toolbox. No issue. Just have patience, and I will show you how the toolbox can be visible on your screen. Yesterday, remember, we have made a small application, a web application with going on new menu and selecting website. Now what we will do, we will go to open button and we will go to website, because we are opening the existing website. So in here, our website is in this one, website 1, and we will select open. These messages might come in your operating system. Some doesn't have, so it's not a big issue. Now remember, here we have the screen what we made yesterday. Now you can see I don't have any toolbox over here. Okay, so just remember, you can have the toolbox over here. It's written toolbox over here, which has been stuck left side. When you click it, the entire toolbox get open. Okay, now if you don't see the toolbox over here, don't have to worry. Just go to the view panel and you can find the toolbox over here also. Okay, have I made myself clear? The place from where you can pull the toolbar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now not only toolbar, but you can see in the right hand side the solution explorer bar also, and the property column also. Means the solution explorer and the property explorer over here. Why these things are over here, I will be discussing in as we proceed to the work. The Solution Explorer, some might not see Solution Explorer, some might not see the property window. These two windows can also become can also be pulled out from the view section. You can see it when you go to the view section. You can see over here that there is a where is the Solution Explorer and the property window. The property window will be you're going to find it, the property window somewhere here, the Solution Explorer and the Team Explorer. Okay, the downward is the Team Explorer. You can see it over here. Solution Explorer, Team Explorer, Class View. Okay, so if you don't find these windows over here, you can just go to the Views panel, View menu, and you can pull it down from here itself. Now, what does these windows denote? If I say that on left hand side we have toolbar, on upper right we have Solution Explorer, and the lower right side we have Solution property window. What does these three windows tell us? What does these three windows have? What purpose these three windows have? The right side window is the toolbox. Every website, every web portal have text box, buttons, checkbox, optional box, or many other controls. So those controls can be pulled, and to put them on our pages, we require this toolbox. What control we will be using, that completely depend upon the requirement of the web application we are designing. Now, if I just pulled the text box out, I just drag and drop, you can see the text box over here. When you right click and view in browser, you can see the Chrome browser over here. But if you have some other browser, means if you have Firefox or Opera or any other browser, and if you want to check your web application or website on different browser, so what you have to do, you have to go to browse with. When you go to browse with, a small window will open with the list of browser in your operating system. You can just choose the browser on which you want your page to be load, and there you can check your site, how does it look runtime on your system. So by default Google Chrome is selected, and I will select browse. So what will happen, different tab, the page which we have designed will open in a different tab. Okay, so this page is getting open. Okay, so you can see a small text box over here in the upper left corner over here, because we have just pulled the text box and put it over here. We have not designed, we have not set the position also, we have not set the color also, we have not set anything about this for this text box. We just pulled it from the toolbox and put it in our and we have put it on our page. That's why it's looking very simple. Now this control, this is called the control. The text box is called the control. All these the things which you can see on toolbox are called control. So in this toolbox we have text box 1. As you click on text box, you can see at the bottom of right corner in the property window, the entire property of the text box is visible. So 64 में कर सकते हैं क्या? Anurag, just let me just be clear what you are trying to say. 64 में कर सकते हैं sir. CYG win means what is it? CYG win. Compiler. We don't need any external compiler over here, because as you install Visual Studio 2000, whatever version you prefer, the compiler will be there itself, installed and pre-installed in the setup. As the Visual Studio, I think it's used C++ as a compiler itself. Okay, so I will proceed further. So whatever control we put on our page, we all have studied chemistry in our school. isn't it? 5, 6 chemistry, and we all know that every matter have its own chemical properties. Okay, in the same way, whatever control we choose, that particular control have its properties. Means we can change the height, we can change the color, we can change the size, we can change the position also. So these are the things are called properties of this particular control. So as you click on the control, any control, this time I'm using one control. I will be adding more and more controls slowly as we just proceed to the sessions. When you click on text box 1, at the bottom right corner, you can see the text box 1 property over here. Means if back color, if I want to change the back color, just click on the back color, a small button you're going to see over here. Just click the button and just change the color and make it okay. See, the back color has been changed. You can change the border color also. You can change the border style also of this particular text box, and you can just change the height and width also. Okay, the height should be, if I say the height should be 50, the width should be 200, and as you press enter, just see the HTML code of text box. Whatever property I am changing in the property text box, in the property box of text box 1, that property is being automatically added in the control HTML code. I don't have to write the HTML code, though I can write HTML control if you are very much familiar with, and if you want to increase the time of the designing part, you can just go ahead and write the entire property part also in your text box. But remember, you should have knowledge of writing HTML codes, or else click on text box, the control, and just change the property of whatever you would like to change it in the property window, and the property of the text box will be changed. I will just save it over here, and I will just go right click and view in browser. Now let's see, change the color, the height, and the width. So you can see it over here that the color, the height, and the width of the text box is changed. So every control have its own properties. I have used only text box over here, but every control, button, and most of the every control have its property over here. The kind of property which you change for any control, that also completely depend upon the requirement of your application. So what I will do, I will just close this. I will just close this also. Now what I will do, we will be discussing about the Solution Explorer. So in your web application folder or in your project, as I said, it is not means compulsory that you have only one screen. You might have more screens, you might have more files, you might have more images, okay, you might have more CSS file, you might have more JavaScript files. So the entire project is made with a group of different files. We should have CSS files also, we should have JavaScript files also, we should have some images also. If if we are using videos, then our file, the video should be there in our file folder, means website 1/2, the name of the folder is that. So whatever file we required in our to develop an online application, that file should be visible in our project folder. And this is the place, the Solution Explorer is the place where we can find everything in here. Whatever file our folder contain, the list, it will come and in a sequence list. Suppose this is the one page, the default page which we have taken in our project. Suppose if we want to add one more page, what we will do? We will go to website, add new item, and here is the list of files what we can add. You can find CSS also over here, JavaScript file also here, but we are going to learn in further. We'll select web form, you can see by default the name is default2.aspx. .aspx is the extension of the file. We have .doc extension for Microsoft Office Word files. We have XLS extensions for Excel file. We have .bmp extensions for BMP images. We have extensions for JPG images. In the same way, every page of ASP.NET have the extension of .aspx. So you cannot just erase the .aspx from over here. Okay, just remember this. You can change the default to as second page, third page, fourth page, whatever name you require over here, but you cannot remove .aspx over here. Otherwise, the file will be unstable and it will not work properly. So by default, the name will be default2 as we are adding one more page, and just as we click on add, you can see it over here, 2 pages have been added to our sites. So as we go on increasing pages, increasing folder, CSS files and everything, so the Solution Explorer basically show us what all contents are there in our project folder. The toolbar is over here in the left hand side is contain the tools required to design an application on a page. Every control, every tool have its own property over here in the right hand side, bottom right hand side of the corner. We can change the property of that particular tool. So tool and property windows are connected, and the upper bar right side, upper right column, which is Solution Explorer, shows us the content in our project folder. So I believe all these 3 windows or the section of the screen has been clear to you all. So that I can proceed further. Anybody? Just let me know that you have got the part of designing on the, this is the entire IDE of Visual Studios 2012, and this is the things required to develop an application. Now what we will do, we will be discussing about the web layout. No, sorry, let me just make a small application, a very small application, just the design part with the 2 controls, the text box and the button. So in our page default to, I will select the by default some code has been pre-written when you just add a page, and in the div, between the div, the opening div and the closing div, as I told you yesterday also, that the closing tag will be containing a / sign, and we have to write the tags between some tag, under some tag. So I will be using, so how to proceed and the tags, I will be taking a small I will be designing a small login form, a very simple and a very beginner login form, without any color, without anything, just simple, just dragging and dropping. But before that, I would like to teach you how to design a table. Okay, a table means it will have some columns, it will have some rows, and inside that particular column we will be putting our controls. Just open the less than sign by clicking shift, and a list of window will open. Okay, and what you have to write, you have to write TABLE. The table appears. What do you have to do? You just have to press shift and the greater than sign. So what you will find the table has been created. Okay, now under table we will be creating a row, which is table row, TR. So we will be pressing shift and less than sign. We will be typing TR, and we will be pressing shift greater than sign, and you can find it over here. We just have to write the opening tag, the closing tags automatically will appear here. Now inside TR we will be writing TD. TD stands for table data. and we'll be writing user user ID. Okay. Remember, let me just add something more in table table. When where E ends, we will space, we'll put space, and we will write border. Sorry, BOR, border equals to 1. Have you seen how I have written, how I have designed this table? Table border 1. Border 1 means that you will be having a border around the table. We have taken TR, which ends over here. This TR ends over here. This TD ends over here, and inside the TD table data, we have written user ID. We will be adding one more TD, and then we will be dragging a text box, text box. Text box, where is the text box table? Okay, text box is over here. Okay, now what we will do, we will just run the page and we will see how this default tool looks like. You guys can see how does it look like. We have created a table, we have created a table row. Always remember, we have to create TD inside the table row. We have taken one TR table row, and inside one TR we have created two TDs table data. In one we have just written user ID, and in the second TD we have just we have just pasted a text box, and this is how it's look like. And by default it will be appearing on upper left corner of the screen because we haven't used any CSS or designing code. We have just written the code in a simple way. Now the thing is that at the bottom we have to write user ID and we have to write password also. So what we will do over here, after the first TR ended, we will be taking one more TR, means one more table row, and inside this table row we will be taking two more TD as we did on above, user password. Okay, and where the TD ends, after that we will be taking one more TD and we will be taking one more text box. We will save it by pressing Ctrl S, and what we will do, we will go to the browser and refresh the page. Now you can see it over here that user ID, a text box has been created, and the user password, the text box has been created. I believe my voice is audible to you all, and whatever I'm just trying to do over here, you all guys are familiar with it and getting exactly what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to make you guys understand. Anybody? Okay, so I will be proceeding further. So you guys can see this is the way, this is the basic and the beginner way to design a login form. Now we have created a user ID, we have created a user password, text box also over here. Now at the bottom, what we will do, we require one button to press so that we can log into some other page. Okay, so we will again go to the next designing page, where the TR is ending. We will put some enter and come down, and we will add one more TR, means we will add one more table row, and we will be creating one more TD. Only one TD we will be creating. Just remember, on above 2 TR, under 2 TR, we have taken two TDs. First TD for user ID, second TD for text box 1. And in the second TR, we have taken first TD for user password and the second TD for text box 2. And in the third TR, we have taken only one TD. Why? Because we require only one button, the login button. Now here what we will do, we will just put the button 1, and we will just save it, and we will go to the browser, and as the page is already open, we will just refresh the page, and you're going to see a small button is visible over here. So it's by default, the name is BUTTON, you can just change it over here. The text is BUTTON. We can write LOGIN in the text. So if we write text, that means we have changed some property of this button. Okay, we will just save it and we will just refresh the page. And here it goes. By default, the button text is been changed into login. Okay, so now you can see it over here that this particular TD above 2 TR in above 2 TR we have taken 2 TDs. Okay, first TD for the label, the second TD for text box. Okay, that's the same thing which we have repeated in the second TR also, but in the third TR where we have to take the button, we have taken only 1 TD, so it's appearing in left side, and the right side it's completely blank. So what we will do, we will do some small changes. In this button TD, where we have written TD, we will just put some space and we will write ALIGN. Align equals to center. This is the process of writing line into center, and after the double inverted comma, we will write col span equals to 2. Col span stands for column span. Just remember, in all above 2 TR, we have taken 2 TDs. Okay, and in the third, where we have to put the button, we have taken only one TD. That's why we have expanding the column into 2. Col span stands for column expansion. And we have set the alignment into between. Now, what will happen? Just see it. Okay. I think I have to save this thing and then I have to refresh the page. Okay. So just see what we did. We have just taken a TR at the third time. We have taken only one TD inside that particular TR table row, and that TD we have added some small text which says that column span 2 means the last TD will be equal to the 2 columns, 2 table datas, and as alignment is in center, our the button of login is appearing in the center. How this thing has been changed? This thing is changed by adding alignment into center and column span 2. This column span 2 stands for what? We have taken 2 TDs. Above 2 TRs are having 2 TDs. Okay, and the third TR having only 1 TD. So to expand this particular 1 TD into 2, making 1 TD into 2, we have expanded the column into 2, col span 2 and alignment into 2. If we don't write alignment into center, what will happen? By default, the button will be appearing in the left side only. So this is the part, this is the very small and the beginning part of designing any form, the table. Okay. So in this part, the designing part of a table and creating a small page. Does anybody has any problem? Does anybody has any queries so that I can clear your doubts and proceed further? Anybody? Just let me know that you all guys have understood everything so that I can proceed further. Okay, thank you, Ankit. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to discuss about more controls, more small controls. Okay, but what are more controls? You should know that what are controls are there which should be used on a website or on a web portal that we are going to learn in this session. So what I will do, I will open a sample over here. I will open a sample website over here, sample web portal over here. Okay. you will be finding many controls. I will be telling you about many controls. Few controls I'm going to discuss with you, and we are going to use that particular control in our small project in this sessions. But there are many controls which requires many experience for many days to use in your web portal. Okay. Now we have opened a website, and in this website you can see you are seeing a small the list of some images over here. So these images are coming from the database. Okay. And the control which we have used to pull the images from the database and show it on the screen is called this particular control is called the above right control is called. Okay, you will find the data list in the toolbox also, where just to show you, when you open this toolbox, you will be finding in data view data list. Okay. So this is the data list which we use the web portal to pull the images from database and on the screen. This is the thing. Now, as we scroll, you can find the videos also over here. So these videos are just pulled out from the YouTube. You can find images over here. As we go to the other screen, you're going to see few more controls. The net is a little bit slow. Okay, I believe you all can see the screen. So we have certain panels over here, the small panels. Okay, you can see the control which we have used over here is the label. The text part over here is the label. Label is also a control. How I'm going to tell you. We have used a link button also. We have just changed the name of the link button, which is in the form of read all. Okay, so this is the label. This is the link button. These are also link buttons. This is the image which we have used. This is the icon which we have used, the image which we have used, and these are the calendar sign, these are all icons over here. Icons all we have used. This is the read only, and this the name says click on hyperlinks, or you can say link button, which is to read all buttons. So as we go to the login page, we are going to see some controls in login page and in registration page also. Registration page, you can see the text box over here, the second captcha over here, and you can see checkbox over here. A tick sign which you see called checkbox. Why we use checkbox? It's a control. It has been used for a purpose over here. So this is the checkbox. This is the button over here, and at the bottom we have forget password. This is the link button over here. There are different kinds of buttons also over here. Okay, when you go to your Visual Studios, you can see it over here that have buttons also. We have image button also. This is the button. This is the image button. This is the link button. So we have 3 buttons. Am I audible to you all? Is my voice clear? Hello? There might be some network issue, that's why the voice of popping. Not audible clearly. Okay, Santosh, I'm not audible clearly. So the video is stuck at one screen. Okay, so in my side, I think it's network issue. There might be some. So can you guys hear me? Is the voice audible? Okay, so can you all guys can see the screen? Okay, thank you, Ankit. So I was saying is that the screen which I have open is the login page. Okay, then the screen which is being appeared on the screen is the designing part of the screen. Okay, so I think you guys are do you I think I have screen in this screen we have few more text box over here. Rows we have here. We have the in the right hand here. We have checkbox over here. Right. Tick sign inside as it have some purpose. Okay, purpose depend upon the requirement and the requirement of the client depend upon the requirement of your project. What is now button also, and you have to use. Now we have see you can at the bottom of the login there might be some network issue that why my is not being clear. Voice is clear, audible. Further, there might be some network issue because it's outside in Jamshedpur. So due to the weather, there might be some issue for internet also. Okay, we will wait for 1 minute or 30 seconds so that the voice can be clear. I will do one thing. I will share my screen once again. Now is my voice audible? Now is my voice audible to you all? Anybody can just reply me so that I can share the screen and proceed further. Okay, so thank you, Ankit, and I will be proceeding further. I will be sharing my screen once more. Okay, so can you guys see the screen? Once the screen appears on my page, okay. So I guess you all guys can see the screen. Can you all guys see the screen? What I'm just showing you over here? Answer me, anybody, so that I can proceed further. Okay. So in this login screen, you can see that we have used more than same problem. Okay, I will do. I will just share the. Will just. I think the network is in. Okay, you all guys do one thing. Just open this screen, okay? To everyone. Just open this screen. Is my voice audible? Is my voice audible? Am I audible? Okay. you all, I have just pasted a link over there. Just open that link and you will be finding a login page. And let me know so that I can explain. First do that. Let me know further. Buttons also, we have used a checkbox, the tick sign, the checkbox that is there for a purpose. Checkbox also over here. We have used in the bottom of the button, the login button, the sign in button, you will find forget password label over there, but that's not exactly the label. That's the link button. Link button also acts as a button, but it's not a button. We can use according to our need the control which we like to use on our page. So in our Visual Studio, wait, just let me share the screen once more. Okay, I guess there might be some network issue because after sharing the screen, the network goes, gets. I think there's my voice, the network issue here, because as I just share the screen, the network is getting down and the voice is not very much clear. Now, what I will do, no start the same problem, voice breaking, sir. Is my voice clear? Am I able to explain clearly? Okay. So what I will do, I've just shared a link. If not, then you can go to this link and you will see a login page over there. And in that login page, we have used 4 to 5 controls, extra controls, like text box, like label, like checkbox, like link button over there. Okay. So these are the controls which are used to design a login page. There might be some more controls also, because it's completely depend upon the requirement of the developer, the client, how they, what all controls they use, but more or less these are the control which we use to design the login page. And as I showed you the login page, okay, I will do one thing. I will just try to share the screen once more. So am I audible? Is my voice clear or it's still breaking? Okay, so I will be proceeding further. In this particular page, what you are seeing, and the link which I have shared, both the screen contains the login page. Okay, the same thing the same control which I have used in this by this particular same thing which I have used in the login page of these two login pages, that link I have just shared. Particular login page is free and free from every JavaScript and free from every changes. Means it's the raw text box we have applied over here, the raw button we have applied over here. We haven't changed the color, we haven't used any CSS. And the second login page, of which the link which we have shared contains the designing part also. Means it have CSS files also for design for a proper use. It have JavaScript also for proper validation and more controls than what we have designed in the beginner login page. Okay, so how these things happen, I'm going to tell you in further sessions. This is the part, okay, this is the part which is called the runtime part, or you can say this is the part which is called the web layout part. What happens when you have .NET installed in your system, the Visual Studio installed in your system? When you create a project, that is the designing part. Means this is the part which you can see the client side code is the designing part. Okay, the design view, you can say it, you call it design view also, or the designing part also. When you run and check what is the kind of design, what will be the output of the designing part in your system, will be the output and this part in your system completely in your system. This part is called the web layout part. How my design part or runtime part will be looking, web browser be looking, how it will look, called the runtime part. That part is, now we have discussed about the tags in detail, not all tags, but the table tags, the TR tags and V tags. So as we will be proceeding further in our next day-to-day tags are being more will be getting tags. The table, but more tags, the tags in the tags in and pro also, and for, so as I told you, there are many controls of programming of controls in detail. I have discussed. Website have every web controls as portal, have in your text box to every will have you for more same every day. The same web application or more also one that so we have many controls over here. You can just go through the controls. You can see.
Sir, your voice is too much breaking.
There are many controls. They are clear.
We are not able, sir. Hello.
There are all.
Sir.
Voice control is not clear. Oh, my voice is not clear.
No, sir.
Screen is also not visible.
Okay, I was not clear due to the sharing of the screen here. So I will do one thing. I will just sharing the screen as you all guys are smart. And so is my voice clear right now?
Right now,
I have
clear, sir,
stopped
but
sharing the
you
screen.
speak frequent. But you speak frequently, then your voice is breaking.
Oh yeah, I know that my voice is breaking. So I will do one thing. I will also okay issue. You have to